Y'all, it's Steph. I am really inspired to share with you something that came to me while I was hanging out with my awesome friend, Heather Havenwood. She's an incredible online influencer. She's going to give a version of like a TED Talk. It's Sam. It's called, and that's happening on Thursday. And we have been discussing the concept of why women are failing in business. Now, if you've looked at the actual statistics, what we have learned is that most women who run companies will never hit the 7-figure mark in their company. Only, according to studies, 1% of female founders will ever hit the 7-figure business mark, which is super duper scary. Heather's hanging out right here next to me. So what I want to talk to you about today is very serious. Why are women failing in business? Why are the good old boys, why is the boys club dominating and doing 7-figure launches, and women are trying to hawk mascara and beauty counter and CBD oil and like fucking footsie socks, and they're not making money? And
they are doing footsie socks.
They're doing everything. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
They're doing it.
Stop doing that.
So what we want to talk to you about today is why women fail in business, and we believe it is because they are lacking these 3 things. Let's talk about these 3 things. Number 1 is clarity. I want to discuss clarity with you and why it's important. Men are building one converting offer and selling it well. And what you've heard that I tell my students in my business coaching courses, in my group coaching courses, is one thing. Find something you would die for and sell it with your soul. And the good thing about women is this. This is why we're uniquely qualified to make money. So listen closely. Women are qualified to make money because we are uniquely designed to serve the world. Mm-hmm. And the more people you serve, the more money you make. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So clarity is the number 1 thing you need to make money. And women do not have clarity. Hey, Kelly, nice to see you. So women, hey, Katrina, what's up? So women are not making money because they're building 15 different offers. They're selling 7 different products, okay? And they're shooting themselves in the foot. If you're going to sell mascara, make mascara your life. If you're going to sell CBD oil, don't sell beauty counter on the side. Don't have an accounting business on the side. If you're a bookkeeper, be a bookkeeper. Mm-hmm. If you're an advisor, be an advisor. Mm-hmm. If you're a teacher, be a teacher. Michael is one of my good friends, and she's on right now. Hey, Michael.
Hi.
She's coming to us from the Northwest United States. So number one reason women fail in business is they lack clarity. They don't focus on having one offer mm-hmm. and then dominating in their space with one offer. And part of the reason women are so talented is because we have something Allison Armstrong, who's Tony Robbins' teacher in relationships, she calls diffuse awareness. This is the ability that women have. Michael runs her business, and she has like 3 kids, and she has a successful husband, and she's a great chef. She mm-hmm. understands food and wine and all this other stuff. She can do all these different things. But what Michael and I and Heather and you need to do is focus on one channel and do it well. For Michael, it might be private catering. It might be event planning. Okay,
mm-hmm, that's right.
She's a great hostess. She makes people feel warm. The first time I talked on the phone with her, and it wasn't a consulting situation. It was not, we were just talking as friends. First time I talked on the phone with Michael, we talked for 3 hours. She has a gift to make you feel like you've known her forever. And we're probably old souls, and we probably lived many lives together. We were probably girlfriends in another life. So women, we have diffuse awareness. What do men have on the contrary? Single focus is what Allison Armstrong says.
That's right.
Men stay single focused. Why are men making more money than women? Why are women failing in business? Our diffuse awareness needs to be channeled into one focus. Right. And we can have diffuse awareness as long as it's going in the same direction, as long as it has momentum in the direction of your purpose, your calling. What is your life's purpose? It's what's serving other people. And as women, we're uniquely qualified to serve other people because it makes us feel good. Mm-hmm. We're nurturers. That's how children have survived millennia.
Yeah.
But we were talking about also
We're
like,
nurturers.
about how what you focus on expands, right? So what
Right. Where attention goes, energy flows.
However, what you focus on expands, right? So if you focus on your health expands. If you focus on your relationships, your relationships expands. But if
My
you focus,
arm muscles expanded today in yoga.
But if you focus on money, money doesn't expand.
Right.
That's not how
Why?
it works. Why? It's because what you need to, if you want to make more money, you focus on helping more people.
That's right.
That's right. So what you focus on expands. One of my mentors always said to me, Joe Sugarman's like, if you want to make more money, Heather, focus on helping more people. And that's the key.
Absolutely. And I told the story of Bill Phillips. So my co-parent walked into Bill Phillips' mansion and he saw 3 kidney-shaped pools in a matter of 100 yards. And he said, Bill, why do you have 3 kidney-shaped pools? And he said, every time I look at those pools, I remember how many people I have helped. Because the more money I make, the more people I help.
Yep.
The more money I make, the more people I help. Do you see how it goes? It goes, help people, make money. Help more people, make money. Make more money, help more people, okay? So this is complementary. But the energy of money can be harnessed by helping people. Okay, so now that we're on the subject of clarity and why women fail in business, they don't understand their life's purpose. And here's my 7-step process. Go get it on Amazon. Thank you. So many people bought my book last month. It's only $2.99, but it's very powerful. So go find it on Amazon if you feel like it. I'm sure it's linked in my bio or something like that. So the number one thing you need to find your life's purpose, I'm just going to really give you the cliff notes. So buy the book if you want to learn more. Number 1, rewrite your past stories. Someone told you you're a woman, so you can't be a CEO. Someone told you our family is fat. Someone told you you're going to get cancer or diabetes, or maybe fibromyalgia runs in our family.
No.
Poverty runs in our family. Women in our family marry abusive men. What stories were you told? Dr. Bruce Lipton says that in the first 7 years of our lives, we download 95% of the rest of our lives. And this is your indoctrination, your domestication, as Don Miguel Ruiz calls it in the 4 Agreements. This is the stories someone told you, and you had to believe them in order to survive in your family. The rules were your survival. But as we become more conscious, which arguably happens around the age of 25, you can choose to rewrite those stories. It's true.
Yeah, mine's 40.
Scientifically 40. 33 was my Jesus year, y'all.
So on mine, mine was told, I was told because I'm a woman, I'm not allowed to be an entrepreneur.
Bullshit story. Rewrite it.
Right.
So number 1, rewrite the
Rewrite your
story. Rewrite the story. And I have an exercise in the workbook, which you can find on Amazon. Michael, just email me and I'll get you access to the program, the full program. I think I've already given it to you, babe. So number 2, find your flow state. So I'm about to head into flow state until about 6:30 tonight. So I'm going to sit down around 2:30 and I've got a client. I have to finish up work for him and I'm going to get into flow state for 4 hours. And my flow state is where I forget to eat. I forget to go to the bathroom. I'm so focused on the activity. It's so deeply satisfying to me to do what I'm doing that nothing in the world exists. And if people interrupt me, I'll act like a total jerk. I'll be like, because I'm like a machine in my flow state. Right. So rewrite your stories, find your flow state, stick to your zone of genius is rule number 3 for finding your life's purpose. Stick to the thing that you do well. When we were in school as kids, we were taught to turn our C's into A's. The problem with that is you're not good at math, you're not good at science, you're not good at art, you're not good at computer programming equally. You're good at one of those things. So if you stick to that one thing you do really well, what did we just talk about? Women are diffuse awareness. Why are women failing in business? We're not finding our flow. We're not sticking to our zone of genius. We're trying to codependently be all things to all people. Don't be all things to all people. Don't be an acts of service girl. Okay? Don't serve everything and everyone around you. Stick to the thing that you do well and you will thrive in your superpower. So that's number 3. Number 4, you're not going to believe this. Women are failing in business because they're not doing what feels good.
That's right. Doesn't feel good.
When you do little tests in your gut, in your intuition, that is a gift from God showing you where you need to go, who you need to work with, what content you need to produce. So do what makes you feel good. Number 5, to succeed in business and life and satisfaction and happiness, you need to connect with and contribute to others. There was a study done that was reported in Conscious Lifestyle magazine by the author, the amazing neuroscientist, whatever he is, Nick Seneca-Jankel is his name. And the study reports that in 200,000 adults over 136 nations, the happiest people were the ones who connected with and contributed to others around them. Recently, a man died who was the longest living man since the Bible that we have recorded in human history. And he lived to 146 years old. I think it was in India. And people said, how did you live to 146 years old? You know, you're 100, maybe 45 when they're doing this interview. You've smoked every day of your life. There's no reason you should be alive right now. You've been smoking for 125 years.
That's crazy.
And he said, I lived this long because I'm surrounded with people who love me. And a lot of the reason that we fail as women in businesses is we're trying to do everything ourselves. You need to surround yourself with a powerful community of people who can support your C's, D's, and F's so that you can focus on your A's. So get a powerful community of people around you. That's rule number 5. Rule number 6 is visualize your success. This is not some bullshit vision boarding. I love vision boarding. I've got a vision board sitting right up on my wall. But this is deeper than that. Did you know that when you visualize what you want, you activate something in your brain called the reticular activation system? This means that I have put, for example, on my vision board, I have put all of these images on my vision board. What I have done is I've trained my brain to look for the missing pieces in the puzzle to get me on Super Soul Sunday, to make an additional 300 grand on top of my other businesses this year, to get to this space where I need to do a meditation according to my shaman, to have female friends with whom I can go hiking and rock climbing, to have a meditation app, to do a TED Talk, to host a retreat alongside Gabor Mate and other amazing people like that. So these vision board images are actually activating something in my brain where my brain is trying to fill in the missing pieces to the puzzle. This is not woo, this is science. Okay, so visualize is step number 6 in finding your life's purpose and getting the clarity that's going to bring you prosperity. So in getting the clarity that's going to bring you prosperity, here's step number 7. 8 out of 10 businesses fail in the first 8 months because they're burnt the fuck out. Here's how you avoid that. The best strategy is silence. Right now, my girlfriend Heather is sitting at my house in the mountains. She is sleeping, she's doing yoga, she's hiking, she's meditating, she's holding a manifestation crystal. This is a really interesting crystal that I can tell you about in another video. It's called our Fedzonite. It's very, very rare. And I was given this crystal by an expert like gemologist as a manifestation tool. So we're holding crystals. She's got an amethyst around her big, beautiful boobies. And she's taking time in silence. And silence is the best strategy. When we sit in silence and surrender and look for signs and synchronicities, that is when the universe can give you the best strategy. Kelly's laughing at the tits joke, I bet.
Yeah, sorry.
I got you, girl.
It's all red right now because I didn't use sunscreen. So you can see I'm white and red right now.
I'm a bad hostess.
I'm sitting in silence.
So Heather Havenwood has a nationally syndicated podcast, hundreds of thousands of listens. She's got tens of thousands of followers. She's a LinkedIn master. She's great at Instagram. She's probably got 17, 18, 20,000 followers. You know, she is a very successful, powerful woman, but she understands that to get to the next rung of the ladder, to get to the next level in her business, she needs to sit in stillness, surrender in silence to the signs and the synchronicities of the universe. And that's what she's here in Aspen to do right now. And we work so hard doing things. And by the way, follow Kelly because she's got a super conscious Instagram. She posts some great stuff. So when we sit in silence and surrender and listen, I want to tell you a funny secret that no one knows. When we go to bed at night And a woman named Lauren Gepfer, who's the founder of the Neuroplastic Functional Institute, has done research on this. I'm the only person in the world who is allowed to share her research. I tag her all the time on Instagram as a thank you, but I'm the only person in the world allowed to share. She has actually discovered the science of manifestation from an actual neurologist perspective. She does like kinesthetics. She studied dance. She has studied the body for 40 something years, 45 years. And what she has found is a connection between the brain and body. Did you know that the reason monks meditate in silence is because that is when neuroplasticity is the strongest? Neuroplasticity is the fact that our brains are moldable. When we change our thoughts, we change our lives. And the best way to change our thoughts is in silence. That is when neuroplasticity, they've actually hooked up Tibetan monks and monastic priests to brain scanners. And you know when their brains light up? Silence. When you shut the noise off and you listen, that's when you can change your thoughts. That's when you can change your life. That's when you create money. That's when you create good sex. That's when you create happiness, satisfaction, strategy, prosperity, all the yummy things everyone wants, they're working for. And I understand the hustle porn stuff from Gary Vee. I appreciate it to an extent, but the truth is it's not about hustle. It's about hustle and flow. It's about yin and yang. And without the flow, your hustle will be in vain. I love you guys. I really believe that the reason women fail in business is they don't have this clarity and they're not connecting in to these 7 powerhouse steps to having a successful life in business. So I'm going to repeat them and then I'm going to let you go so I can go get in my flow state. Number 1, rewrite your old stories. Tell them to go to hell. Rewrite new stories. Number 2, find your flow state. What is deeply satisfying to you? That's your flow state. The thing you do, maybe it's painting, maybe it's accounting, but you lose track of time. You forget to go to the bathroom or eat. That's your flow state. Find it, tap into it as much as you can. Find out when your flow hours are. Mine are in the morning or really late at night. Number 3, find your zone of genius. Gay Hendricks coined that term. You can read about it in The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Number 4, do what makes you feel good. And Katrina is saying it's also about heart. Yes, tap into your heart, tap into your feelings. Believe it or not, the more you tap into those feelings, not in a woo-woo way, but in a realistic way, the more you're going to deliver your content, whatever you're selling, with passion, because it's part of your heart. Do you think that I promote my business without heart? Do you think that I sit on a phone with my business coaching clients without heart? No way. My heart's driving all of it. Thank you for reminding me about that. So rewrite stories, flow state, zone of genius, feelings. Number 5, connect with and contribute to others. I gave you a study, which you can go back to this live video and listen to. Number 6, visualize, but visualize with the understanding that your brain is going to fix the missing pieces to the puzzle to create your destiny, your dream life. And that's called your brain's reticular activation system. I give old John Aceroff's studies on that in my book for vision boarding, because he's done the best work on vision boarding in the world. And then number 7, sit in stillness and silence and listen to the universe and watch for signs and synchronicities. But you're not going to see the universe's strategies if you don't shut up and listen. It's true. It's true. So this is my personal proprietary 7-step method for finding your life's purpose. It is your key to success. It is your key to love. It is your key to prosperity. So if you haven't dialed it in, sit down with the workbook. I have it on Amazon, and it's like 3,400 words. You can read it in an hour and get it done. And boom, you don't need to hire a coach. I gave it all to you right there. I hope you appreciate it, but I still want you to hire me if you feel like it. But this 7-step process will change your life, and most importantly, it will change your bank account. So I love you guys. I'm proud of you. I believe with all my heart that this is the reason women fail in business. Find an offer, sell it with your soul. One offer. Love you guys.